Hi, I'm Jules Thomas, mid-market TC out of Ohio Valley. And today I want to talk to you about disaster recovery versus disaster avoidance with high availability, utilizing VMware and EMC's VPLEX virtual storage. When you start talking about business continuity, you're typically talking about a multi-site environment like you see here. Also, you're typically talking about disaster recovery. So let's go ahead and start with disaster recovery. In this example, you see we have two sites. We have a site A and a site B. Also, you see represented here are your three core data center layers: your network, your storage, and your compute. Also, you see we have a prod side and a DR side. This is more or less known as an active-passive site. And what does that mean? It means that one side is in production and the other side is cold, just waiting for a disaster. Also, you see we have a 10.x network, a set of VLANs, a subnet that's for production. And DR is going to have its own subnet, its own VLANs. Represented here is 192.x. Also, you're typically going to have a standard DR link for communications. Next, we got to talk about the storage layer. We got to find a way to get data from this array to your second array. And typically you're going to use some form of array-based replication. Example like mirror view. Or better yet, recover point. And lastly, compute. We're already talking about it being VMware. So since it's already virtualized, we have a few options to get failover. We can do a manual process, or we can do SRM, Site Recovery Manager. Now, depending on your environment will determine how complex this process can be. Because remember, you're taking it from production over to DR, there's a failover process, you have different IP addresses, so we need to simplify that. And in EMC, we simplify it by utilizing virtual storage. So understanding how these three layers work, we want to virtualize these three layers so you can have more of an active scenario. So now both sides are doing production. So now you don't have to have production on one side, you can have production on this side. So this could be a prod 2. And this could be a prod 1. Also, to accomplish this, you have to virtualize this layer. So you just can't have a standard DR link. You got to utilize some technology that can stretch your VLAN, like a Cisco OTV or VPLS technology, to give you a stretched VLAN. And now that'll take this 10.x and move it over to here. And you can have 10.x. So now you're not re-IPing machines during a failover. Next is your storage. We already have a replication technology in place, but we need to virtualize that layer. So how do you virtualize a volume so it can look exactly the same to host on both Site A and Site B? Well, with VPLEX. With VPLEX, we will take that volume and virtualize it and stretch it across your two data centers, giving you a distributed volume. So now this volume, this VMFS volume, is being seen by both vSphere hosts on both sides exactly the same. So now that we have a vSphere host to see this stretched volume, we're no longer going to use SRM, we're going to use a stretched cluster. And take advantages of native cluster features that not only does VMware offer, but any other technology that has clustering capabilities using the high availability. So now you have these vSphere hosts seeing the exact same volume on both sides. You can start vMotioning your VMs from Site A to Site B. Example shown here. As you can see, this VM is going to vMotion just like it would if the two vSphere hosts were in the same data center. Wow, did you see that? Take a VM from one data center and vMotion it across to another data center. That's how EMC can simplify your business continuity plans. Thank you.